So it looks like we got ourselves some major activity happening today via the Nike sneakers app, which apparently I got word that the Jordan 4 Nike SB will be restocking today. The only problem is, unfortunately, it looks like this will be exclusive access, which it looks like things will be beginning to kick off here at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm actually recording this in advance, so hopefully by the time you're watching this, we see a lot of W's in the chat. Now, when you talk about this collaboration right here between Jordan Brand and Nike SB, it makes things special here just due to the fact that you got a little bit of a retooling of this Jordan Brand Classic, apparently much more comfortable. Some people would say the pine green first color was a lot better, but this is still a dope one, which a lot of people missed out upon that original release, which if you guys recall, these did drop via skate shops, but sneakers actually decided to drop these in a real sneaky kind of way. They actually used what they call like a sneakers link, where you had somebody actually tweeting out or posting a link via their Instagram stories, kind of a way to, throw off the botters and everybody like that, which that turned out to kind of be a success depending on how you look at it. A lot of people were able to easily grab these, but for the people that weren't in the loop, they missed out on it. So I think it was a great opportunity for Jordan Brand to restock these today via the sneakers app. So again, hopefully by the time you guys are watching this, we do have some success on this drop, which when you talk about exclusive access, to be granted access, it's kind of supposed to be just like a random thing. They usually say you have like a certain criteria which you have to meet, but it kind of feels like it's random, low key. It also feels like the same people be winning every time. So good luck to everybody trying to secure a pair of these right here. One of the cooler Jordan Brand collaborations, which we saw release here in 2025. And when you talk about Jordan SB collabs, it looks like we don't have any more lined up for the future that we know of. The last collaboration from SB, they actually teamed up on an Air Max 95, which had a little small release, and then we have the sneakers app drop coming up soon. Also some controversy surrounding that release, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. What I do want to talk about with this restock happening, as well as the restock which we saw go down earlier in the week, some of these rumors which you've been seeing floating around are starting to look a lot more true, like which we've seen this one popping up. I know a lot of people have been talking about this, where you got pairs like the Soul 2.0, which it would make sense for those to restock. You got the Kobe 6 Dodgers, the Swarovski, or however you pronounce it, Jordan 1 Lows, the Crystal joints, which were notoriously known for a $1,000 retail tag, but were also found in Nike outlets as well, super limited. We got the SB Jordan 4 Navy, which we just saw restock today, well, hopefully restocking today. And then you got the more coveted pairs, such as these black metallic 5s, one of the better kind of like GR Jordan retros that we've seen released this year. This one dropped earlier this year, kind of kicked off the retro madness for 2025. And this is one that people still are doubling back on. A lot of people would consider this one their sneaker of the year. It's kind of a toss up with some other pairs, but the Jordan 5 Black Metallics definitely getting a lot of love. I personally am a fan of that shoe. So that would be really cool to see them joints restock. Hopefully not exclusive access. Well, who knows? But we'll see. It seems like these rumors are lining up to be true. And then of course we got the big one, which I kind of touched on yesterday, the Brick by Bricks by Nigel. I feel like out of all the pairs, this one would have the least amount of chance to restock, but now after seeing these SBs drop, you never know. There could be some truth behind it, being as this was a high profile collaboration. We saw it drop months ago. And when you talk about collaborations between Jordan Brand, it doesn't really feel like we see too many of those restock. But then again, SBs, I guess you could consider that a collaboration, and look what happened with those today. So I feel like all of these pairs are fair game to release. It's just a matter of when. I would suggest to follow all of these Twitter accounts, whether it be Eldon Monitors, Kicks Finder, Soul Links. They're usually really good about getting the word out, but it looks like there seems to be a lot more validity to some of these rumors, which I thought at one point would be absolutely like, no way we could see some of these pairs restocking. But it looks like now we are getting some more concrete evidence that these actually could be happening. And when you talk about sneaker of the year, that conversation, I think black metallic 5s always get thrown in there. The Brick by Bricks always get thrown into that conversation. And now we have a new contender which has just entered into the ring, the Undefeated 4s. I feel like these are a toss up with those other pairs mentioned. For sneaker of the year, we just saw these drop via Undefeated with the big EQL raffle. The site was kind of botted out. But as far as the sneakers app drop, we can look forward to that coming up here on the 28th. And I love this shot right here, which gives you a little pop of that orange on the back tongue, man. The air unit featuring that orange as well. These joints are absolutely beautiful, and it looks like people are starting to get their pairs in now. Still, a lot of people are waiting to get that shipping confirmation, but we do know the big date coming up here on the 28th. What about resale prices? I haven't really checked those. I know StockX is running some type of promotion right now as we speak, so it's probably a good opportunity to maybe get these joints, you know, at a decent number. But then again, I think most people would suggest to hold out for the major sneakers app drop, which I think some people may actually be surprised at how that one goes down. Now, based off the fact that we're seeing these joints dropping today via exclusive access, I'm kind of worried about this sneakers app drop, because just like we saw from the Union ones that dropped earlier this year, they decided to drop those via sneakers with an exclusive access, just like how we're seeing for these SB4s. So when we talk about the Undefeateds, I'm just hoping that these joints don't drop via exclusive access. Or maybe it's a good thing, because I guess for the people that always get exclusive access, it always feels like it's the same people. They would be happy. And then for those that never get exclusive access, somebody like me, you know, I guess it would be disappointing. But I'm never tripping over a pair of sneakers. You know, I've been in this game so long that it's just kind of one of them things where if I miss out on a pair, you know, we'll just go ahead and wait for the next dope drop, because best believe once these drop, there's gonna be another great pair that everybody's checking for. And I'm not about to be out here paying resale. You guys already know my motto, which I ain't mad at you if you do have to pay resale, but I just feel like there's never a point when there's just gonna be another hot sneaker, you know, dropping in the future. So again, exclusive access going out today for these SB4s. Hopefully we're seeing a whole bunch of success in the comments down below. But shit, the way Nike and Jordan Brand be doing things, you already know they might just drop like 1,000 pairs of these, but I know they gotta have a bunch of these joints sitting around. And when we talk about these rumors they've been floating around, what do you guys think, man? It seems like there may be some truth to some of these rumors. The soles I could definitely see dropping, which that's one that I'm still looking to add to the rotation. The Kobe 6 Dodgers, that would be definitely hype. Anytime a Kobe drops, you know, people go crazy. RIP to the GOAT. Got these SBs dropping today. These crystal joints, shit, they could just throw them out there. Ain't nobody trying to pay $1,000 for those. And then of course the two big heavy hitters, where we get a black metallic 5 restock, and then the one that really feels like it can't be true at all, the brick by bricks. That would be crazy. I feel like that would really shut down everything. But with the Nigel Jordan 1 low set to drop, would it really make sense for them to release the bricks? Maybe like on the same day or something like that, to like boost up the hype or something like that. We'll have to wait on that. But as far as these rumors, seems like some of these joints may be actually going down. So just wanted to check in with you guys real quick on the word of the restock. Hopefully we see some success here in the chat. So JATV, I appreciate everybody. If you guys enjoyed today's update, smash the like button. If you made it all the way through the end, you gotta let me know by dropping a salute in the comments down below. So I'll catch you guys next time. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.
Stay safe.